Welcome to Kinvent Talks, where we explore the science of stability and postural control. In this episode, we'll dive into bipodal balance assessment, an essential component of mobility, rehabilitation, and performance. Traditional balance tests have their limitations, but force plates offer a data-driven approach, measuring ground reaction forces and key indicators like center of pressure, COP, ellipse area, path length, and mean velocity. We'll break down the procedures for force plate testing, the role of signal processing, and the clinical applications of metrics like the Romberg quotient, which helps assess reliance on visual input for balance. Whether you're a clinician, researcher, or movement specialist, this podcast will help you understand how objective balance assessments are transforming physiotherapy and sports science. So, let's take a stance and explore the future of balance analysis. Today we're going to be tackling bipodal balance assessments.
Ooh.
Specifically, how those intriguing force plates work.
Yes.
Our guide for this journey is this really detailed ebook from Kinvent,
Okay.
the company behind those very force plates.
Right.
I'm excited to dig into this.
Yeah.
Who knew there was so much to learn about just standing still?
It's easy to overlook, right?
Right.
But bipodal balance.
Yeah.
So standing on 2 feet is the foundation for almost every movement we make.
Mm.
And it's surprisingly intricate.
Yeah.
We're constantly making tiny adjustments.
Right.
Unconsciously coordinating our nerves, muscles, and senses just to stay upright.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
So how do we even begin to measure something so complex,
Right.
especially if someone's balance is off
Yeah.
due to an injury or a condition like Parkinson's?
So that's where traditional assessments fall short,
Okay.
as our ebook highlights.
Okay.
They tend to rely on observation, which is subjective and can miss subtle changes.
Yeah.
Force plates, on the other hand,
Yeah.
give us objective, detailed data,
Okay.
almost like a window into the mechanics of balance.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's break down these force plates. They look like simple platforms.
Yeah.
How do they capture all that data?
They're deceptively simple.
Okay.
Force plates measure the forces you exert on the ground as you stand.
Okay.
Some measure just the vertical force, like a fancy bathroom scale.
Okay.
But the really cool ones
Yeah.
capture three-dimensional force,
Okay.
including how your weight shifts forward, backward, and side to side.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how does that translate into understanding someone's balance?
Okay.
I'm picturing a bunch of numbers, but
Yeah.
what do they actually mean?
It all boils down to the center of pressure,
Okay.
or COP.
COP. All right.
Imagine a laser pointer attached to your center of mass, shining a dot on the ground.
Okay.
That's your COP. As you shift your weight, that dot moves.
Right.
By analyzing the COP's movement over time,
Yeah.
we get a picture of how stable your balance is.
Oh, that's a great way to visualize it.
Yeah.
So a wobbly COP means shaky balance.
Exactly.
Okay.
And force plates capture that movement with amazing precision
Wow.
using strain gauge load cells.
Strain gauge load cells.
These sensors measure the tiniest changes in force, like a super sensitive scale that can tell if you're leaning slightly to one side.
Wow. So these load cells are like the secret ingredient.
Yeah,
They translate my wobbles into data.
right.
But how much data are we talking about here?
A lot.
Okay.
The ebook emphasizes the importance of acquisition frequency.
Acquisition frequency.
How many measurements are taken per second
Okay.
for bipodal balance? The sweet spot is 5100 hertz.
Okay.
That means we get 50 to 100 snapshots of your balance
Oh, wow.
every second,
Oh,
capturing even the subtlest adjustments.
50, 100 data points per second.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is.
But also, I'm already feeling overwhelmed.
Right.
How do we sift through all those numbers to actually understand someone's balance?
That's where the magic of software comes in.
Okay.
It filters out noise and crunches those raw numbers into meaningful metrics.
Okay.
It even combines the top readings from each foot
Yep.
to get a holistic view of your overall balance,
All right.
like taking a wide-angle lens to your stability.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So what are these magical metrics that emerge from all this data?
right.
The ebook mentions something about
Yes.
key performance indicators or KPIs.
Exactly.
Okay.
KPIs are like the highlights from the data,
Yeah.
giving us quick but informative insights into your balance.
All right.
The ebook focuses on 3 main ones.
Okay.
First, there's ellipse area.
Ellipse area.
Imagine drawing an ellipse around the path your COP traces.
Okay.
A larger ellipse means more sway and less stability.
So it's like a measure of how much you're wandering around on the force plate.
Exactly.
Got it.
What's the next KPI?
COP path length.
COP path length.
Is simply the total distance your COP travels during the assessment.
Okay.
Think of it like measuring how much you wander off the beaten path during a hike.
Okay.
The longer the path,
Yeah.
the less stable your balance.
Interesting. So it's not just about how much you sway, but
Right.
also how much you travel around.
Exactly.
What about that last KPI?
That's COP mean velocity.
Okay.
It tells us the average speed of your COP's movement.
Sure.
Faster movement could mean you're overcompensating
Mm-hmm.
or having trouble with smooth control.
Wow. I had no idea you could get so much information from just standing on a platform for a few seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
It's remarkable what these KPIs can reveal.
Yeah.
And they're not just abstract numbers.
Right.
They have real-world significance.
Yeah.
For example, research has linked larger ellipse areas and longer path lengths to conditions like Parkinson's disease and stroke.
So it's not just measuring balance. That's right.
It's potentially identifying underlying health issues, too.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And can these KPIs also tell us if someone's getting better?
Yes.
Say if they're recovering from an injury.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Force plates are a powerful tool for tracking treatment progress.
Yeah.
Improvements in KPIs indicate that someone is regaining their balance and stability.
This is all so much more than just standing on a platform.
Right.
It's like a window into the intricate workings of our balance system.
Yeah.
I'm curious, though.
Yeah.
The ebook mentions another test using force plates called the Romberg quotient.
Yeah, the Romberg quotient.
What's that all about?
It's a classic test
Okay.
that gets even more insightful when paired with a force plate.
All right.
It involves comparing your COP sway with your eyes open versus your eyes closed.
Okay, interesting.
Giving us a way to assess the role of vision in your balance.
Why the eyes closed part?
Okay.
I'm trying to picture it.
Well, our balance relies on input from multiple senses, including vision.
Okay.
By closing your eyes,
Yeah.
we temporarily remove that visual input.
Uh-huh.
This forces your body to rely more heavily on your inner ear,
Okay.
your vestibular system,
Oh,
and the sense of where your body is in space,
right.
proprioception.
So it's like testing how well your body adapts when it loses one of its key sources of information.
Exactly.
But how does the force plate actually measure that adaptation?
So the Romberg quotient is calculated by dividing the COP sway area with eyes closed
Okay.
by the sway area with eyes open.
Okay.
This gives us a measure of how much your balance is affected
Right.
by losing visual input.
Okay. So a higher number means you're relying more heavily on vision to stay balanced.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
could indicate an issue with your vestibular system or proprioception.
Okay.
As your brain seems to be saying, I need to see where I am to stay upright.
What about a lower Romberg quotient? Does that mean your balance is rock solid?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It could mean your other senses are compensating well.
Oh.
Or it could even point to issues with processing visual information.
Right.
The Romberg quotient isn't a standalone diagnosis,
Uh-huh.
but it's a valuable piece of the puzzle when assessing someone's balance.
It sounds like there's a lot to unpack with the Romberg quotient.
Yeah.
It's incredible how much we can learn about balance from just standing on a platform.
Right.
Sometimes even with our eyes closed.
It's pretty amazing.
But before we get too deep into that,
Okay.
let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discovered so far
Yeah.
about the amazing world of bipodal balance and these incredible force plates.
Absolutely. It really is fascinating how much information we can glean from these assessments. And speaking of information, the ebook goes into some detail about how those strain gauge load cells actually work.
Oh, yeah.
It's surprisingly intricate.
You know, I love getting into the nitty-gritty. So tell me more. I remember you mentioned that each force plate has 4 of these load cells.
Right.
But how do they translate physical pressure into data?
Okay, so each load cell actually contains 4 even tinier strain gauges,
Wow.
arranged in a specific pattern called a Wheatstone bridge.
Okay.
Imagine a tiny, delicate bridge.
Okay.
But instead of cars driving over it,
Yeah.
it's your weight causing it to bend ever so slightly.
Okay. I'm picturing it.
Okay.
My weight is causing this tiny bridge to bend.
Right.
But how does that bending translate into data? Is there like a miniature toll booth on this bridge?
That's a fun way to think about it.
Yeah.
Essentially, the strain gauges on this bridge are incredibly sensitive to changes in electrical resistance.
Okay.
When the load cell bends even slightly,
Wow.
the resistance changes in a very specific way.
So it's like those bendy straws that change color when you bend them?
Yeah.
The bending triggers a change you can actually see.
I love that analogy.
Yeah,
It captures the basic idea. The force plate's electronics are designed to detect those tiny changes in resistance caused by the bending.
Yeah.
And those changes are directly proportional to the amount of force being applied.
So the more I weigh or the more I lean on one side,
Right.
the more these tiny bridges bend
Yeah.
and the bigger the change in resistance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, the force plate is constantly measuring these changes,
Yep.
giving us a dynamic picture of how your weight is distributed and how it shifts over time.
It's incredible to think that all those insights about my balance, my COP,
Yeah.
and all those KPIs
Right.
all stem from these microscopic changes in electrical resistance.
There really is.
It really highlights the power of precise measurement.
It does.
But the ebook also mentions something about simultaneous multi-protocol technology.
Yes,
That sounds pretty high-tech.
it is.
What's that all about?
That's a great question. Remember how we discussed that the force plate sends all this data to a computer or mobile device?
Right. I seem to recall something about Bluetooth being involved.
Exactly. Well, this simultaneous multi-protocol technology is all about making that data transmission
Okay.
even more reliable and efficient.
Okay.
It actually uses two separate communication networks
Okay.
that work in parallel.
2 networks.
Yes.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Okay.
What do these 2 networks do?
One network handles the actual data transmission,
Okay.
sending all those force measurements from the load cells to your device.
Okay.
The other network has a very specific purpose: synchronization.
Synchronization.
Yes.
What needs to be synchronized?
All those load cells.
Oh,
Remember, there are 4 of them on the force plate.
right.
And to get truly accurate measurements,
Uh-huh.
they need to be perfectly in sync with each other.
Right.
This second network acts as a dedicated conductor,
Oh, okay.
ensuring all 4 load cells are working together in perfect harmony
Okay.
with no lag or interference.
So it's like having a backup band for your data,
Yeah,
making sure everything runs smoothly.
right.
Why is that so
Right.
important? What would happen if the load cells weren't synchronized?
Without synchronization, the data would be a mess.
Okay.
It would be like trying to understand a conversation where everyone is talking at the same time.
Right.
The measurements from each load cell wouldn't align properly, making it impossible to get an accurate picture of your balance.
So this simultaneous multi-protocol technology is essentially cleaning up the signal,
Yes.
making sure the data is as crisp and clear as possible.
Precisely.
Okay.
It ensures the data we're collecting is reliable and meaningful,
Okay.
so we can draw accurate conclusions about your balance.
That makes sense.
I'm curious, though,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on visual feedback during these assessments?
Oh, yeah.
The ebook briefly mentioned it, and it sounds like it could be really helpful,
Yeah.
especially for athletes or people in rehab.
That's a great point. I was wondering about that too.
Yeah.
It seems like being able to actually see your balance in action could be really powerful.
Right.
But how would that work in practice?
Imagine this.
Okay.
You're standing on the force plate, and there's a screen in front of you displaying a representation of your COP.
Okay.
Maybe it's a simple dot that moves around as you sway,
Okay.
or maybe it's something more sophisticated like a virtual avatar that mirrors your every movement.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like having a mirror for your balance.
Right.
Do you think that kind of visual feedback could help people improve their stability?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's all about biofeedback.
Right.
By seeing how their body is moving,
Yeah.
even in subtle ways,
Right.
people can become more aware of those tiny adjustments they're making.
Right.
This awareness can then help them learn to control their movements more effectively,
Okay.
leading to improved balance control.
I can see how that could be incredibly beneficial.
Yeah.
Takes those abstract concepts like COP and sway
Right.
and makes them real and tangible.
Exactly.
And for athletes, being able to see those tiny imbalances could be a game changer.
It could be revolutionary in sports.
Wow.
Imagine a skier fine-tuning their balance for downhill runs,
Yeah.
or a gymnast perfecting their landing.
Yeah.
This kind of visual feedback could give them a competitive edge.
It's like having a coach who can see every subtle wobble and guide you towards perfect balance.
Exactly.
I'm already feeling more balanced just thinking about it.
I know, me too.
But before we get too carried away,
Okay.
let's shift our focus to the real-world applications of all this force plate magic.
Okay.
We've touched on clinical uses,
Right.
but are there other areas where this technology is making waves?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
While we've been focusing on the clinical side,
Mm-hmm.
force plate technology is making its way into all sorts of exciting fields.
Like what?
Think sports performance analysis,
Okay.
virtual reality experiences,
Wow.
even robotics.
Hold on. Force plates and virtual reality. Robotics.
Yeah.
That sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It might sound futuristic,
Yeah.
but it's happening right now.
Wow.
Imagine stepping into a VR environment, okay?
And being able to interact with it in a truly immersive way.
Okay.
Force plates can track your every movement,
Uh-huh.
allowing you to control your virtual avatar with incredible precision.
Wow.
You could be running, jumping, dancing, even fighting,
Yeah.
all within the virtual world.
Wow. That's mind-blowing.
It
It's
is.
like stepping into a whole new level of gaming and entertainment.
Yeah.
And what about robotics?
Well,
How do force plates fit into that world?
robots,
Yeah.
especially humanoid robots,
Right.
need to be able to balance and move just like humans do.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to study human locomotion than with force plates?
Right.
The data we collect can be used to design and program robots.
Okay.
They're more agile, more stable,
Right.
and more human-like in their movements.
So we're not just learning about ourselves. We're using that knowledge to create more advanced machines.
Exactly.
It's like we're closing the loop between human biology and technology.
It is.
But before we go down that rabbit hole.
There's one more thing I'm curious about.
Yeah.
The ebook emphasized the importance of foot placement during these assessments.
Right.
I'm wondering, why is that so crucial?
You've hit on a key point.
Okay.
Foot placement is important for consistency and accuracy.
Okay.
If you do repeated assessments,
Yeah.
you want to make sure you're standing in the same position each time,
Okay.
so you can track changes in your balance over time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to mistake a change in foot position for a change in balance.
Right.
Is there anything else about foot placement that affects the measurements?
It all comes back to those distinct COPs we keep discussing.
Oh, okay.
Each foot has its own center of pressure,
Go ahead.
contributing to the overall net COP that represents your balance.
Okay.
If your feet are too close together or too far apart,
Yeah.
it can skew those individual COPs and throw off the results.
So it's like finding your center before you even start the assessment.
Exact.
But how do you know where to put your feet? Is there a specific spot marked on the force plate?
Not exactly.
Okay.
The ebook suggests finding your optimal position
Okay.
by simply taking a few steps on the spot before settling into your stance.
Right.
This helps ensure your feet are naturally positioned
Okay.
and the weight distribution between them is balanced.
It's like letting your body find its natural equilibrium before we start measuring it.
Exactly.
This is also fascinating. I'm already feeling more aware of my own balance and
Yeah.
how much goes into maintaining it.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new world has opened up.
Oh, it is.
But before we dive too much deeper,
Okay.
let's take a moment to consolidate everything we've learned so far.
All right.
We'll be back in a moment to wrap up our exploration of bipodal balance and force plates,
Okay.
and perhaps even uncover some food for thought.
All right.
Stay tuned. We're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into the world of bipodal balance.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm feeling a lot more grounded in my understanding of this topic now.
I'm glad to hear that. It's been quite a journey.
It really has.
Exploring the science of balance,
Ugh.
the mechanics of force plates, and the incredible insights these KPIs reveal.
We've covered everything from tiny strain gauges to virtual reality applications.
We have.
I'm curious, though.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the ebook that surprised you? Anything that made you see balance in a new light?
You know what really struck me was the discussion on using force plates to track progress in rehabilitation.
Okay.
It's one thing to know that force plates can identify balance issues,
Yeah.
but it's another to see how they can be used to measure improvement over time.
Yeah, that's a great point. I can imagine that for someone recovering from an injury or a stroke,
Right.
being able to see their balance improve in concrete terms would be incredibly motivating.
Absolutely. Imagine someone struggling to regain their stability after a fall.
Yeah.
Using force plate assessments, therapists can track those subtle improvements, those
Mhm.
tiny increases in stability that might not be noticeable otherwise.
It's like having a progress bar for your balance,
Exactly.
showing you how far you've come and how much closer you are to your goals.
And that kind of visual feedback can make a world of difference in someone's recovery journey.
Yeah.
It gives them hope, it keeps them motivated,
Right.
and it helps them see the tangible results of their hard work.
It's a powerful reminder that even when things feel shaky, there's always the potential for progress and improvement.
Absolutely.
I'm also thinking about how this technology could be used in a preventative context.
Right.
Could force plates be used to identify subtle balance issues
Yeah.
before they become major problems?
That's an excellent question, and it points to a really exciting area of research.
Okay.
Imagine being able to use force plates to assess an athlete's risk of ankle sprains or to identify elderly individuals who might be at a higher risk of falls.
It's like having an early warning system for balance problems.
Exactly.
It could be a game changer for preventing injuries and improving quality of life.
It really could.
And as the technology becomes more accessible and affordable,
Yeah,
we might even see force plates being used in routine health checkups.
I think so too.
Wow. That would be incredible.
Yeah.
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities that lie ahead.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's time to step off the force plate, so to speak,
Okay.
and reflect on what we've learned in this deep dive.
Agreed. We've uncovered so much about the intricacies of balance,
Yeah.
the power of precision measurement,
Right.
and the potential of this technology to transform healthcare sports performance, and even our understanding of human movement.
This deep dive has certainly left me feeling more balanced and informed.
Good.
A huge thank you to Kinvent for providing such a thorough and insightful ebook.
It was a fantastic resource.
And thank you to you, our listeners, for joining us on this journey of discovery.
Yes.
We hope you found it as engaging and enlightening as we did.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious, stay balanced,
Yes.
and remember, even the smallest steps can lead to incredible progress.